keep it cool, babe. Now lose my swag and play the fool, babe. Just play the game and hold on, maybe. But I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Those who wanna play by the rules end up last with nothing to obtain. So let's level up to remain. 'Cause I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go? 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 I'm riding away tonight. Gonna try it while the world's bright. No room for one if that's alright. That's alright. Do you wanna go? 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 Do you wanna go?
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Everybody hear me? It's Monday. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. How are we all today? You can all hear me, yes? Okay, fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for joining the podcast today. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. There's almost 400 of you in the chat, but only 120 thumbs up. So please do hit the thumbs up button. Before I get started, I am aware that throughout podcasts there have been slight buffering issues, which we weren't having before. That is because, unfortunately, I don't have broadband yet. So please bear with it for now. I know it's annoying, but it's not terrible, and I will get it sorted out as soon as possible. But welcome to the chat, everyone, and breaking news everywhere. I mean, look at this, y'all. Look at this. These are all the news sites that broke the news about Harry and Meghan's visiting. Undefeated. These are our irrelevant faves. So quite some interesting updates for you today. Let's get straight into it. Still no archetypes. We are still crying. No archetypes yet, but soon. It will come soon, I'm sure. So our man Henry Albert, is in Rwanda. And here he is with the president, and the president received Harry, and this is part of his work as president of African parks. And the government of Rwanda has agreements with African parks to manage some of their national parks. Now, even though it's completely and utterly unrelated to Harry, unfortunately, when you are a royal, everything you do is seen as political, especially through the eyes of the establishment and your your haters. There have been issues with Rwanda and refugees being sent there. So even though this is completely and utterly unrelated, I know there are some people uh, who could potentially look at this for a political lens, and it does kind of echo what in a similar situation with Diana when she went to um was it Angola to protest against, or to bring awareness, rather, not to protest, to bring awareness about the landmines. And um there were issues with the United Kingdom at that time, and so people saw that as political. So yeah, this it's just an interesting kind of mirroring almost of between past and present. But it's great to see Harry out and about doing his thing, raising awareness for good causes, and being received so joyfully. While he was also there, he visited, I believe this is the genocide memorial. So very touching moment here. You can see the pictures and Harry by the memorial. So just wow, every bit like his mother, not afraid to go where he may be criticized, but for a good cause nonetheless. And this, I guess, is what the firm were scared about. Um, Andreen, they will never talk about Harry and Meghan's accomplishments. Yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting, isn't it? How little coverage in comparison, sorry, how little coverage a lot of Harry and Meghan's project have actually gotten in the UK press. I saw almost nothing about the food kitchens, and very few people I know who aren't in royal circles know about that. All the food kitchens that they've been opening with World Central Kitchen, and that is something that could have helped in the United Kingdom. I mean, what if there's anything we need right now is literally like food banks and food kitchens. So it's very strategic the way the press and the establishment are when they don't talk about certain things that Harry and Meghan are doing, because I think it would then highlight what we essentially lost with these two. Um, hello, hello, hello. If you are just joining us, Joan, I forgot that Brits want to send people to Rwanda. Yeah, that is actually the first thing I thought about when I saw that he was in Rwanda. I was like, oh, I'm sure there are people in the British government who are like, or who would prefer that Harry was just not there and bringing attention to that. Even though that's not what Harry is there for at all, and I'm sure that is not Harry's attention at all. But we know what these people are like, and Rwanda is quite a touchy topic at the moment. Um, London lady printing a tells family bought up lads of land in Rwanda to build concentration camps for refugees, asylum seekers sent from the UK. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Yeah, hashtag Priti Patel. Yeah. Yes, Compton Caligal. The press and the royals just don't care about ordinary people. So yes, that's that. aside from obviously very very emotional visit there, overall, Harry's looking very happy. California sun is doing him well. Um, so over here in the UK, the Cambridges have finally, uh, well, they're finally going to move into their smaller cottage on Windsor Estate. Now, at the ratio on the BBC article, it got ratio to high hell. People are angry. And I was reading through the comments, and it wasn't just squaddies who were commenting under there. People are asking, hang on a minute, why do they have a fourth home? And look at the tweet that the National, this is a Scottish newspaper, put out. They literally just put an eye roll. Like, I have never seen that before. It's like, we're just done. We are done with you people. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Scotland got independence and just got rid of the monarchy first. Before I think that Scotland will vote out the monarchy before we ever have a full referendum on whether or not we should have, the United Kingdom as a whole should have a monarch. Um, but this is how the press originally reported when Harry and Meghan were moving into Adelaide Cottage. It's Adelaide Cottage that they're moving into. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's home has a scandalous past. Well, I don't know what the past has to do with, Harry and Meghan when they were gonna move in there. Obviously, they got moved into Frogmore Swamp instead. Um, but at the time they were saying it has a scandalous past, and now they're saying that it's a small, you know, humble cottage when they tried to make it look like it was over the top, that Harry and Meghan were gonna live there eventually. And these are all of the current homes of the Cambridges, funded by the taxpayers. You've got Kensington Palace. I think okay, no, I don't think that's Sarringdom. I don't know all of the names for them, but there you have them. And if you actually look at Adelaide Cottage, it's hardly a cottage. Like, it is a sprawling estate, and you've got all of the grounds surrounding it, and yet trying to paint it as a modest home. Does this look like a modest home? Nothing modest about it. And I love this tweet by Peter Hunt. He said, "Dictionary definition of a cottage: a small house. Royal definition: 4 bedrooms decorated with gilded dolphins and veranda." Yes. I wish that I could live in such a modest home funded by the taxpayers. But like I've said before, if you knew that your subjects were never going to protest, were never going to revolt, you'd probably do the same too. So we can scream at Kate and William all we want. They're just doing what they know that they can get away with, because it's not like the British public are going to do anything. Mm. And all of this, of course, with a cost of living crisis continuing to brew. Um, there was this news that came out in the Financial Times that the UK inflation rate is going to rise to another 18.6% in January, the highest peak in almost half a century, due to soaring wholesale gas prices and also other things like cost of goods, and also just all of the money printing that they've been doing, that they're saying is to help with the cost of living, but as we know, it just contributes to inflation. So all of that is happening again while people are struggling, but at the end of the day, if people aren't willing to do anything or say anything, then they'll just carry on. Let's go to your comments. Lorna, what Harry has done in Rwanda, the royal family could do, but they are only concerned about furthering their own nest. Yes. And I really want for somebody to really get to the bottom of the royal family's money because it seems like they are incredibly asset rich, but mind you, a lot of those assets are owned by the crown and the royal collection. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are allowed or that they have total control over those assets or taking equity from those assets. It's not like the queen could just start selling paintings. Um, those those items belong essentially to the crown. So it seems like they're very asset rich, but very cash poor. Because why are they begging money from everyone? Why are they, selling royal perfumes? Why are they giving cash for honors? It's just all very strange. I really do think there's something very scandalous brewing or that has been brewing regarding the royals' money. Marina, whatever he did could bring any kind of attention. I'm sure he and his team take a lot into consideration. I'm sure they do. Okay, one thing I wanted to say before we wrap up, because today's going to be quite a short podcast, so just a few updates. Right, so there's pictures of Meghan that have leaked, and it's not just there's one picture of Meghan sitting on a Zoom call, and there's another picture of Meghan and Doria and Archie, presumably. I think they're on the same Zoom call. I'm not going to show the pictures, and I would not encourage anybody to show those pictures or share them around because the problem is I haven't gotten to the root of who originally shared those pictures or where they've come from. If anybody can tell me in the chat, please let me know because I don't know where those photos come from. I just saw them swirling around on Twitter. But the problem is if we, the fans, then start circulating them on social media, it could make the press feel like they have the right to post those pictures. Um, Now I don't know who took those pictures, but that is a huge breach of trust. And for sure, if Doria and Archie were in those photos, I don't think that that Zoom call and those pictures were meant to be made public. So I would not encourage the sharing of those photos. Whoever took them, I mean, I know Megan's very forgiving, but if it was me, that's a bridge that I would burn because and it didn't even the pictures didn't even look like any type of business meeting. FYI, if anybody was interested, Megan's hair still naturally curly. Um, Annie, how many bathrooms are in the Cam bitch's house? Well, there's 4 bedrooms, so I'm gonna guess 3.5 bathrooms. But we know who doesn't need taxpayer money to buy themselves a house? The Sussexes. What a gorgeous house they have. They're still not over this house. I'm telling you, the British press still not over this house. Legs, are the multiple homes for different side pieces? I mean, if you've got multiple homes, then it does make it a little less obvious when you're darting around with your side pieces. No, wasn't the reason it was so obvious with Charles and Camilla because they kept on going to the same place. Um, Jessica, I'm seriously taken back by the amount of human waste pumped into rivers there. Yes, this is another thing. And the same Tories that voted to allow that sewerage to be pumped into the rivers are now turning around and playing dumb. and acting as if it wasn't them that mostly voted for that to allow that to happen. Hello, Mercy. I am lovely today. Thank you for being here. And also, before I forget to mention it, I mean, shock horror, the royal family will be left in the dark about Harry's tell-all memoir, and they deserve to be left in the dark about it because this is Harry's story. He's allowed to tell his story as somebody who was part of this cult. And I'm not surprised that they don't get to see it because they would just leak. So Harry's allowed to say whatever he wants to say. I don't think that the other royals should be able to see it, and they're proving that they're untrustworthy and wouldn't be able to see it without leaking anything or harassing him. I mean, Angela Latrine, who has done nothing but bully Harry and Meghan, is writing Camilla's biography. So why should the other royals get to see Harry's biography? Legs, how many other houses does the Queen have? Well, she's got multiple, hasn't she? I know of Balmoral, Farringdon, um, obviously Buckingham Palace, but she's not there anymore. Made sure to. I honestly just think that the reason they moved the Queen from Buckingham Palace is just in case there's like a risk of mass protest or something. Otherwise, I honestly believe that she'd still be there. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense that the royal family doesn't have stock people to help them with their portfolios. If you have wealth, you don't need that much income. That is true. And you would think, actually, that they would have wealth managers. Because if you have a million, and you're right, especially with stocks, you only need like a million to get to 10 million very quickly. If you have stocks to pick and where to invest your money. So the child running around with cash, that indicates that there is something very wrong going on with this family's finances. Let's get through your comments. No, off of Facebook. Yeah, I mean the pictures that I saw circulating, at least they had a picture over Archie's face. So you couldn't see Archie's face, but you can see Doria and Meghan. Tash, how is it that William and Kate have more homes than any other future royals when they have done less than any other royals? That is a good question. Hello, if you're just joining the chat, we are actually about to finish. Today's going to be a short one. Mercy Thomas, I'm very concerned about the UK trip. Too many crazy messages. Yeah. Listen, guys. What can we do? We can just pray and show up and be supportive. And if you are planning on going to Manchester, do let me know, and I'd love to have you on the podcast to talk about your experience. Andreen, I hope another lawsuit is coming. Yeah, I mean, whoever took that picture, it has to be someone who. It has to be a friend because a friend or a family member. Because who would they be talking to that they know so well? Like if it was just Meghan's picture, I would say okay, maybe it's a business associate who was having a meeting with her and just got a little bit too overexcited and took a picture. But Archie and Doria are in these pictures as well. So it has to be someone they know quite closely and quite personally, which is quite scary. Um, Mercy, what purpose does Kate and William serve? They just dress up and walk around. Well, what purpose do any of them serve really, other than I've always felt to be a face for the general public to look at and bow down to and worship. But actually, the whoever is wearing the crown is just there as a face. They are there as a figurehead. The actual crown itself, when we say the crown, it's the establishment. It's the British government. It's it's empire in its modern form. So that's what they mean when they say the crown. Whoever's wearing it, they're just a puppet. All right. Who's going to get the last word of the day? Let's just wrap things up. Linda Lala, I'm so pleased Harry and Meghan paid for the renovations at Frogmore Cottage, renewed the lease just this past spring. What does that say? This young couple are genuine without the pomp. Yes. And it also shows that, they can really hold their own. They don't need the taxpayers' uh, purse strings to live. And the others do. They are absolutely trapped. Hi, Julie. Thank you for joining us for the live chat. I love that you are all so excited to join the live because you can always, join the replay. But I do get it. Like, I do get the excitement of watching a live because there's other YouTubers, even non-royal related YouTubers. I just enjoy watching the live and you can join in the chat. Like, I do get it. But it's very flattering still. And Miss P talk, could these pictures be taken by a person who's hiding somewhere doing long lens camera? No. The pictures are literally, babe, they're screenshots of a Zoom call. So they're not like a long lens camera that was zooming into someone's house and took the pictures. They're literally like screenshots. Um, see. Catherine Walker, heard they wanted to proofread the book first. Harry's a man talking about his wife. Need them to read first. Oh, sorry, talking about his life. Need them to read first? No, no, no. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't need to. Give it to them to read. Kay Costello, I'm so glad if some of the supporters chose not to post those leak pics. Is this personal pic leak supposed to be a response of Willie Leaks extramarital affairs? Well, I don't know because I don't know who initially posted them or even where they came from. I saw one person say, well, they came off of Instagram, but whose Instagram? It's like they just suddenly appeared from nowhere. R. Carter, who's getting advanced copies of Camilla's biography? Are they offering an advanced copy? I bet the answer is no. Exactly. So why should Harry give an advanced copy of his? Sandy, it's a long time sewage systems have been neglected, centuries of fecal matter sailing into the Thames. Wonder if it's affecting the colour of certain people's tea. Asking for a friend. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean it does. It is quite scary. I mean, we do have pretty good drinking water here in the UK. Or we have had until now, but it's definitely got me wanting to go to bottles now. Um, and there's also been cases actually of them finding polio in water supplies. So it's getting quite scary. It's like the systems seem to be just breaking down. And there was also another thing that happened in the UK where you've got, barristers and lawyers who are protesting and on strike. They're being completely overworked. So, bless anyone who's going through a trial, especially, if you need defense. there's really going to be no one to defend you, or very limited services, and maybe not the best services, because the lawyers are just so stretched and overworked. So um, I really would not want to be going through any type of court case now if I was the victim. And it just seems to be, one thing after the other with the different parts of the systems here in the UK. And this is exactly why I traveled in June to Portugal to see, if I would like it there a little bit longer, because I'm really looking to make my way off of this island. Things are just getting worse. And that's not to necessarily say that things are going to be perfect anywhere else. I'm not looking for perfect. There is no perfect place on this earth, but I'm looking for better. And there's a lot of places that are just better, cheaper, more ease of living than the United Kingdom. I think that things are just going to get worse and worse and worse. Jessica, I remember that Meghan had a very talkative uncle who spoke to the press a few years back. So it has to be someone close to Meghan and Doria. Hmm. Catherine Tashmak, our Duchess doesn't have an Instagram account. Oh, were you saying that it was on her Instagram account? Yeah, she doesn't have one. So whose account was it? Who is the traitor? Who is the traitor? Let yourself be known. All right, who's gonna get the last word of the day? Andreen, it could have been a video chat while Harry was in Africa. That's a good point. But I really hope this person is caught. I don't know how camera hacking works, but do you think that somebody could have actually just hacked their camera? Because you can hack people's cameras via Wi-Fi, so that could also be a possibility, which is also quite scary. Gwendolyn, only the media and press concerns about Harry's book because they can't get nothing to print beforehand. Yes, they will literally be getting their hands on it and reading it at the same time as us. We have to speed read it. uh Ebony Green, I also thought of someone hacking the communications of the friend. Yes, hacking someone's Wi-Fi is possible, Camp. It is. Now, I've heard of people like hacking Zoom calls before. Catherine, of the picture shop while Harry is away. Yes, that also. We're gonna hunt down the traitor, put them on trial. All right, that is all for today, everyone. Anybody gonna give us the last word of the day? Annie, I'll give you the last word of the day. Bye all. Enjoy the rest of your day and let the countdown to Sussex September begin. Oh, and don't forget to keep giving to the Sussex birthday fundraiser. I have absolutely no idea where the money is now, but I'm sure it's probably like 30,000 plus because I mean the squad is awesome like that. So don't forget to donate to the fundraiser and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button before you leave the podcast. See you tomorrow. Bye. I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control.